Have you ever felt like a victim? And did you ever want to break free of it completely? In case you did, you should stay with this video. Hi, I'm becoming Uma. I'm a shaman currently traveling through Japan, working, and I talk about some things that I experience in my own work life and in my own life. And I hope you can take something out of that. Since I'm educating shamans, I will go deep in the spiritual background of my topics. And in case you don't understand anything or want clarification on something, please write it in the comments. So this video shall be about victim mentality, because a lot of people think other people are the cause of their uncomfortableness. And it's quite interesting how to break out of that. Because if we stay in this victim mentality, of course, we always need a bad guy. We also sometimes need helpers that make us feel special in our suffering. So we stay in this drama triangle. I don't know if you heard about it. I bet there will be videos about it in the internet. Inform yourself, please. What's important for me is that oftentimes victims are not able to feel or to express their anger appropriately, which means either the anger is blocked completely, so there is no energy upwards and out that could set boundaries, or there is an anger which is always towards other people, but it is like an unfulfilled movement of energy and redirects itself against the self, against the victim. Because then the anger creates new situations in which the victim can feel victim. And so the cycle repeats. To break out of victim mentality, we have to understand the victim in ourselves, which means we need self-compassion. We need to believe ourselves, because most times victims are not believed in the outside world. Like they tell this and this bad has happened to me, and either they find people who are very compassionate and are, oh, you poor soul, I want to help you, so they don't get to help themselves. Or they find people who are like, yeah, but that's not that bad, right? You're bigger than that, something like that. So it is not acknowledged in the outside world. So we need to give both of these things to ourselves. We need to give us the acknowledgement that something bad happened, and then we need to find in ourselves the ability to rise above the situation, to find our own power and our own capacity to create our reality in every situation in our lives. So as soon as we make ourselves victims, yes, this is something that we oftentimes do ourselves in our heads with our mindset. In that moment that we do that, we take our own energy and direct it towards us to keep us small, instead of using that energy to spreading it outwards and creating our reality, because that would mean change. And oftentimes we have a winning in keeping the victim situation, which means if we are a victim, we have people who take care of us. Maybe we do not need to work as hard. Maybe there is an illness that we are a victim of, and as long as we keep that illness, we get something in return. So we do not need to take as much responsibility as other people, or we do not know how our life would look like if the illness was gone. And these are all subconsciously underlying blocks that keep us from letting go the victim mentality. So if you feel victim, this is an invitation to look at what do you gain from this victimhood, either by the suffering through other people or an illness or something. And if that would not be there, the illness or the other bad people, what would your life then look like? Most of the times I ask this question, people do not know. It's like, I don't know what my life would look like then. What kind of work would you do? I don't know, because then comes the next trauma. I have a trauma there in working, so I don't know. And these are all blockages to get you into health, to get you into self-sufficiency and into your own power. So this victim mentality is something really worth looking at. Also, a lot of therapies and religions still believe that victims should have compassion towards their perpetrators and forgive them. And I to say to that, nay, don't. It's actually scientifically proven that it is not the best option that you have to heal. The best option is to take yourself seriously in what happened to you and to be angry about that it happened to you, and then to be angry some more that you have to do extra work to live a normal life, while other people who have not suffered through what you have suffered through do not have to do that work. So there is a lot of anger opportunities. Take them and be angry, because your energy, when you are a victim, is directing itself towards you. And you have to redirect it to the outside to create healthy boundaries, because anger holds information for us. Anger says, here is a boundary and that was stepped over. I have a need. I need to be listened to. I want ease in my life. I want harmony, but no, I have to take care of my health first. And this is shit and I'm angry about it. And be so. It's okay. It's okay to be that. Also, don't forgive your perpetrator if they don't change. Why? It's okay. You can hold multiple realities. You can be as angry as long as you want, if that is helpful for the situation that you suffered through. That means as long as you need for really feeling the acknowledgement that something happened to you that should not have happened to you, be angry. As long as you need to feel finally able to take responsibility and power back into your life, be angry. Don't do the forgiveness step too fast, because you will suppress the part of you that was victim again, and you will worsen your victim situation. It's better to learn how to use your anger properly, which means anger always is a destructive force, but what you destroy is that your boundaries were destroyed. You destroy the destruction. And with that, you set healthy boundaries. So it's a good emotion. Go into it and use it to your benefit until you have stabilized yourself in self-sufficiency and self-power, your own empowerment, and then you can grow above anger. But anger is a necessary step to reconnect to our own powers. It will also help us reconnect to our solar plexus energy, where our own power sits and where the emotions sit. So this is quite important, an important step and an unconventional step. I get it. Yet try it out. Try it out and see what happens if you develop a healthy relationship to your anger. Healthy. Right. And then coach yourself in every situation. Find the responsibility that you have to create the situation. So in every situation that makes you feel uncomfortable, find out, how do I allow this uncomfortableness in my life? What do I do towards it? And what do I really want? And then find out, how that what you really want needs to react in the situation. And that is true empowerment. And then you coach yourself into being able to be that person who is self-empowered and who is has integrity towards the self and the soul in each situation. I hope you could take something out of it. I'll see you soon.